And yeah, they just obliterate my base. Like, you can see it right now. This is absolutely nuts. Hey everyone, FuseMan coming at ya. And today, continuing our Out of Ammo strategy guide series and looking at the 6th map, which is D-Day. And to be honest, this map is actually pretty buggy, and I think you'll see why throughout the course of this video. But starting off here, this is the one map where you actually get a machine gun to start off, and it's actually pretty important that they give you it, because otherwise the troops that come in are just pretty overwhelming. But other than that, you get your standard sniper tower and 2 sandbags, just like any other map. And honestly, I don't really use the sandbags that much at all in this run, but you'll see why. And it's specifically because I'm gonna go ahead and put troops in front of my machine gun. And so normally troops will attack. If you attack a building, that will put damage to that building. Whereas if you are attacking a troop, there's friendly fire in place. So you can use that to your advantage a little bit, where here I can go ahead and assign troops in front of my machine gun and not worry about them getting killed. And in this run I was actually experimenting with this, and it actually introduces quite a few bugs that if the developers are watching this, I guess they'll find out. But here we go, I can shoot my other sandbag, and what's interesting here is I can go ahead and grab the mechanic now because he's in range. And then just go ahead and throw a grenade, although this one kind of bites me in the butt. Well, luckily that's not too big of a deal in this run, but it's something to keep in mind. And for my sniper tower here, I actually go ahead and put a rocket launcher up in the front, and the reason for that is specifically with taking out tanks, which we'll see in just a little bit. And again, still having a little bit of issues with the grenades. Not really sure if that was my fault or a little glitch in the throwing mechanism, but whatever. That one actually didn't worry me too much. But yeah, this is the second wave that I get. I get 2 extra sniper towers. Gonna go ahead and put them in the back. And the other buildings I just kind of put down. I put the support ones in the back, and then I put the other buildings around just kind of wherever I want. And so here's the first tank, and it's actually pretty easy from this range to take the mount. And it doesn't look that apparent in the video, but the nice part about VR is that you can actually line right down the scope, and it works out really well, and you can consistently keep hitting that tank, and that's pretty awesome. You also have troops that come in from the back, although there aren't that many. And then at some point in the game, it just kind of gets a little ridiculous. And here's kind of the first bug I'll show you. So there are snipers that come in from the back, but I think at this point I had so many troops coming in that I induced this bug where I somehow magically ended up teleporting underneath the whole map, which I'll tell you right now was pretty trippy, and I think could lead to some interesting mechanics as far as like if you were trying to create a game where you like go up and down between 2 different levels. I think that could be really cool, but definitely not intended, that's for sure. And this bug lasted for about 10 minutes, and you can tell, like, since I'm not running a 970, like, it definitely was taxing on my GPU. So you can see my hand shaking a lot, and that's primarily due to frame rates. And even here, that, again, the grenades, this is a consistent theme throughout this video, the grenades were failing me constantly. This one also fails me, or maybe, no, sorry, this one fails me. And I think at this point it was just kind of frame rate issues. Ends up taking out my machine gun, which, honestly, you'll see right now, was really interesting. So I thought I had to get rid of those enemy troops right away. And it turns out, for whatever reason, I think it might be because I had placed my riflemen off into the left, they just kind of start congregating in that corner. And I'm not really sure why. And you can see here, they just stay there. They're not really attacking me. I'm not sure what's going on at this point. I'm like in a panic right now, trying to get rid of as many as I can. And then I quickly kind of realized, it's like, wait, they aren't attacking me. And yeah, no, they just kind of sit there. I'm like, interesting. And I think this is probably the biggest explosion I get off that kills the most number of troops. And at this point, yeah, there's a tank coming up. Like, that one wasn't phased by the number of troops just sitting there. And that just kind of keeps going wrong for another 5 or so minutes. And then I'm just like sitting here, so many troops just waiting. And at this point, I'm just like, well, I'm just kind of bored of them sitting there. I'm gonna let them come up. We'll see how many troops come up. And we'll see how much troops we can get stacked there. And then, all of a sudden, they start attacking me. I'm like, what is going on? And the frame rate drops like crazy because all of a sudden we've introduced so many bullets into the scene and my GPU just cannot handle it. And yeah, they just obliterate my base. Like, you can see it right now. This is absolutely nuts how many troops are going on. And I guess this can only happen in something like Out of Ammo. But we got a high score, and I can't believe that 5 other people that were ahead of me on the leaderboards had to go through so many waves like that. But hopefully, if the devs are watching, they see this, can figure out what's going on. But other than that, this has been Fuse Man. I'm signing out. Now, that was nuts, and I hope you all learned something from that video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe or follow us on social media. And to see more videos, click the box on the left for last week's strategy guide, or the box on the right for the fastest budget cuts run ever.